as you can see, we are a room of fuzz butts and a naked fuzz butt. Although she's not naked, but she is naked. But that's
Black
okay.
fur.
And we have an itty bitty tiny little cute fuzz butt.
She's like a wee little fuzzy.
She's a wee little fuzzy. So, today, we're going to do retail stories.
Oh, yeah. And we have quite the amount of stories to share with you guys.
Oh, boy, do we ever. So, since I am a gracious hostess, I'm going to let the naked fuzz butt go first.
Why do I have to go first?
Because you're holding a baby.
You're holding a wee baby.
Just
Hey,
a
one
little baby.
holding
All
a
right.
baby.
It's been almost a year since I've worked.
No, I'm
Well,
sure you've got one.
We'll start off with a topic. First being customers.
Yes, customers.
That's easily.
But it's always customers.
When is it not customers?
All right,
I've had
so
a time where it was the management. So.
Oh, well.
that is very true. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We're going to start off with the customers. All right, now, first question is, what's the worst thing that a customer has ever said to you?
And we can go around.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Babs,
hers will be the worst, probably. I've
Babs?
had some doozies.
you go first. What's the worst thing a customer's ever said to you?
Ever said to me?
Yeah.
Honestly, I've never had anything rude said to me. Of them act,
Oh,
Wow.
lucky.
I've had them act stupid, but they've never said anything to
She's
me.
got a spotless record.
Nice, nice.
That's hard to accomplish.
How about you?
All right. Well, the worst thing that a customer has ever said to me is that, one, I don't deserve my job. Two, I don't need to be working for that company, and that I should be working for something like McDonald's and not Walmart. I'm like, well,
Wow.
I'm not even sure how to take that because I mean, although you could rule McDonald's as an equally crappy job like working for Walmart is, but I'm like, I didn't quite understand it, and I didn't want to get ticked off because I didn't understand it. I'm like, I'm not even sure how I should take that, but I was like, well, I'll try to do my job better for you, and he's like, oh, well, I don't see that happening, and he just kind of romped his way out of the store. And you can guess that it's one of those customers that was wanting what? Cigarettes, and the brand that we had, well, the brand that he wanted, we did not carry. And so he wanted to take it upon himself to get angry at me for something that he was looking for. And I'm like, well, if it's that bad, then just grab it and go. Just pick one. Play roulette. I don't care. Lottery. Something.
Trying to find a new favorite.
Right? Don't take it out on me. Jeez.
Like saying, hey,
Aw.
you don't deserve to work at Walmart. You should work at Kmart.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well,
Kmart don't even sell cigarettes.
good luck going to Kmart.
I have had that. People coming into Kmart when I did work there and wanting cigarettes. I'm like, we clearly do not sell cigarettes. Do you see cigarettes at any of these checkouts?
No. All right. Mama
Ew.
Cat's turn.
No, Honey's turn.
What? Okay, well, I mean, I don't even really do, like, a lot of customer interaction.
What about when you were a waiter?
Dude, that was like 10 years ago or something.
So?
He can't remember.
I don't remember. Somebody didn't like the fish. I took it back. The manager brought out something that looked like fish, and she didn't like that either, so she got a free meal. I don't know why.
Oh, God.
I mean, okay, if you want to play that game,
it's one of those meal stealers.
Just say you don't like it. Oh, but you ate the whole thing. Well, I didn't like eating it. I had to. I was so hungry from
And I'm
my
not a
drive
wasteful
here.
person.
And I burned so many calories walking in the freaking door.
Oh, my God.
Okay. I have one.
Okay.
Warning. Warning. Very bad language ahead.
You've been warned.
Okay?
Daddy's ears.
So, I worked at a place where creativity happens. This was a few years ago. And the place I was working at was in South Carolina. And I was waiting on a customer. And like most of these customers at this particular company, since I've worked for 3 of them and they're all the same, she had a coupon.
You might want to come up a little bit, hun.
And
Come up a little bit.
come on up.
Sliding off.
Yeah.
Circle
I'll
slipping
hold
into
you
the
by the ear.
darkness.
And She wanted to use 2 of these coupons on one item. First of all, it's a 50% off coupon. Second of all, we can't do that. No. And I told her as much. I was like, I'm sorry, ma'am, but I cannot do that. Well, she started having a conniption fit. She started yelling and throwing a tantrum. And she looked at me straight in the eyes. Please cover Babby's ears.
Okay.
And said, you are a stupid, fat fucking cunt.
Oh.
That's what she said to me.
The C word.
Brought out
And
the entire vocabulary.
she had me so upset my knees were shaking. And it was all that I could do not to be crying. The customer behind her was so shocked, her jaw literally dropped. And then the customer had the nerve to go to my CEM and complain to her about me. The saving grace to that is the CEM looks at her and says, I heard what you said. You can leave.
Oh.
Justice!
That
Yeah.
made me feel good. And then she came up to me and asked,
You were out.
are you okay? Do you want to go out back and regroup? I'm like, yes! And I did, and I went out back and I cried.
Aww.
Poor kitty.
I'd hug, but I have a baby.
You were exempt from many things.
So that is by far, I mean, I had a woman call me a stupid bitch because she thought I insulted her son. Yeah, no. I think I talked about that one. And, I've had all sorts of stupid comments, but that one was definitely the worst.
Jesus.
That was
I think,
definitely
yeah.
the worst. And I've been in retail for 20 some odd years. That one was the worst.
It takes the cake.
Lord.
Yeah.
Alright, so now that we've got a little bit of customer interaction out of the way, let's move on to the management.
But my managers are pretty awesome, so I don't really have anything to say.
Well, typically they are, but there's always that one that just doesn't rub you the right way, as they like to call it. Okay, so I guess I'll start this off, and we've had a particular manager that anytime that you were working, she just felt the need to get right up in your face and just go down all the ropes of all the things that you're doing wrong, and then she'll hit you with this line. The smart thing to do is to do it like this. So 1, she's belittling us, talking to us like we're a bunch of 5-year-olds. 2, she has no faith in the team. And 3, she verbally expresses the hatred that she had for her entire crew. And with all that kind of being added together, she thinks that, oh, if I talk to them this way, that'll make their productivity better. Oh, and it was a terrible experience. Terrible experience. And many times I've been so close to just being like, you know what, forget it, I'm done. I'll find another job, screw this, because if I don't leave now, I'm going to cuss somebody out and I'm going to get fired anyway. Oh, but luckily that was a hump and we got...
First shift.
Yeah, I'm like, luckily that was a hump that we got over, and yeah, now we are doing so much better.
You need to get up more.
I'm in there.
Not enough.
Yeah, I am, because as long as I'm in front of the fan, I am okay.
It's probably just to your eyeball.
You realize I can't edit all this.
Just my eyeball.
Yeah, how's the weather?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I know I always work better when being, verbally assaulted and whipped like a horse.
Right.
I mean, I would think maybe, being a little bit more understanding would,
I'm on there.
Well, I don't really have,
You have Jamie.
Oh yeah, I'm only thinking of my current job. If I go back a little bit, well now I gotta think.
Oh, I'll do it for you.
Well, okay. Alright, well other than the fact that, so I was hired to basically do, videos and website, build a website, which I did. I don't want to give too much information away because it'll pretty much give it away to people who know where I worked. But yeah, this guy just so he goes away for like 4 months. Granted, he was dealing with a cancer treatment, so I can't hold that against him. But what he did was I had already finished the website, and I did his advertisement. But he wants me to suddenly figure out how to learn search engine optimization. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of behind you guys.
Sorry!
So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to have to look up how to do this because I have never done this before, and now it's my job.
Totes.
Cool. So, you know, I spent some time trying to do that, and I'm like, I come up with a bunch of, you know, services that I could hire that would increase our views on Google and such. But only one small problem. I have $0 for a budget. I'm not allowed to spend anything anywhere for any reason. So, you know, all the services that get your site up there and, you know, help out with that, nah, I wasn't going to cut. Apparently that was why he was paying me. I'm supposed to go into the internet, tinker around a bit, and suddenly his site will be topped on Google, apparently.
But you need money to do that.
Exactly. One would have thought that, you know, somebody like a lawyer might know, oops, guess the cat's out of the bag on that one.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It's all right. As long as you don't mention any people's names, you'll be fine.
Oh, I already did that, didn't I?
Didn't mention the last name.
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't want to push our luck on that now, do we?
No, he might sue us.
Okay.
So, yeah, so, and then he comes back, you know, he did get done with his treatment stuff. He comes back just, you know, out of the blue 4 months later. So, what'd you do? Not a whole lot. You didn't really give me anything to work with. And from then on, I was on his shit list. Pretty much was ridden into the ground and insulted and berated for about a month until he finally let me go, and I went out and bought some liquor and celebrated.
And I forgot about the whole thing.
No, I was super stoked that he let me go, and yeah.
Okay. I have a manager. Same place, different store. Where creativity happens. Oh, so this store was great. We had a lot of fun and all that other good stuff, and then a new assistant manager came in. We had some friends come down from Buffalo for a visit, so we went into the store because they needed some Prisma markers, and you have to get a key. So they called for a key, and the new assistant manager comes up. So I said, "Oh, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I understand you're our new assistant manager." She goes, "Oh, I've heard of you."
Oh.
I'm like, okay. So that's how we started, okay? So I go to work, and this is, I get this customer who was having a bad day, and she decided to take it out on me. And she came up to the assistant manager in the parking lot and complained about me, and lied, flat out lied. So I'm in the back room having my break. Assistant manager comes up to me and says, I swear to God, this is how she does it. She goes, "Now, Catalina, we need to work on your attitude." Excuse me? Now, the other thing is, okay, she would not call me by the name that is on my name tag. She absolutely refused to call me by that name. So she'd say, blah, and I'd be like, no, this. Back and forth, this would go. Power struggle. She would leave little passive-aggressive notes like this. This was my favorite. "Now, when you come into work, make sure you go potty before you punch in."
Oh, God.
Excuse
What
me?
are we, kindergartners?
Excuse me? And she actually said poo-poo and pee-pee. Are you kidding me? Poo-poo and pee-pee.
You just became 4.
Poo-poo.
I got the poo-poo.
Make sure you wipe your bum when you're done.
Oh my God! And make sure you clean your little wee-wee. Aww. So,
That's about what she thought of your intelligence and
you know,
everybody else there.
and yeah, exactly. And oh my God, the morale in that store was up here, and after a week of her being there, it crashed. Now, when I left the store, I shook my boss's hand, and I thanked him for the opportunity of being there, and I turned to shake her hand, and she recoiled. she actually recoiled from me. Like I was going to give her some disease.
I would have been like, good riddance to you two.
Pretty much.
I was
just trying to
shake
leave,
her
you know,
hand.
I
would've
was
been
just
like,
I was trying to be the better person. So, yeah. So, yeah.
Any managers for you?
Well, it wasn't a manager. It was... Well, it wasn't the store manager anyway. It was the... what is she? You know who I'm talking about.
oh, totally.
What is what is she?
I know exactly.
District manager?
Is
But anyways.
I'm just the big manager.
I don't know, district manager, something like that.
The big manager above the little manager.
Something like that. Well, this was when I was pregnant with Aaron. So, you know how at most grocery stores there's the big 35 cases of water?
Mm-hmm.
Well, at a certain point, it got to where during my pregnancy I could not lift them. Both on doctor's order and on my own order.
Right.
So I would ask customers to leave it in the cart, or if they had already lifted it up, I'm like, I'll scan it with the hand scanner or whatever. Or I'll come around with the hand scanner and get it if they left it in the cart like that. I guess one of them was having a bad day and decided to lie and say that I refused to get their water by whatever means, but I still scanned it and it's on their receipt, so I don't know.
But you didn't physically do it.
So the big manager, regional manager, I don't know what the hell she is, decided to come to me and yell at me for doing said thing. Said, you need to go around with the hand scanner and scan these waters, blah, 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 pick them up if you need to, and I'm like, person, I can't say her name. It is on file that I have a doctor's note to not lift anything over 5 pounds. These 35 cases of water weigh about 15 to 20.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
There you go.
Shortly after that, I ended up quitting because it was just getting too much being pregnant.
Yeah.
So.
And you know, the customers are always right.
No, they're not.
Oh,
I'm like, get
But
mad.
what got me was she didn't do it in an
Sorry,
office.
No, she did it in front of everybody.
In front of everybody.
That right there is wrong.
Oh,
Like,
God.
that's
Why?
informal. Like,
Why?
she could have got a citation for that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Because
Wow.
any type of coaching, be it verbal or written, have to be done
In
within
the
an office.
Yep.
You do not do that in front of customers. You don't want
Never.
the customers to see that either.
Mm-hmm.
Even if she was wrong, you don't do that.
Exactly. Well, that right there is a couple of the horror stories that we get to deal with in retail.
Yeah!
So all retail workers unite! Remember, the customers are not always right.
Right?
Sometimes the customers are just fucking dumb. So.
Yeah.
And that being said, when we are customers and when, all you customers, think before you do stuff, all right?
Please.
Please. If you want us to give you good service, you have to give us something too. Respect.
For one thing.
Gotta give it to get it.
We're people too. Just because we're doing this job and we don't get paid as much as you doesn't mean our job is any less important.
You need us. Remember that.
You go trying to get yourself a burger or something or a pizza.
And I mean, when
wait.
we go out, we
No one's around.
need the retail workers. We need the cooks.
We need you guys.
So yeah.
Absolutely.
So
That being said, everybody, I will talk to you later, and also link to their channels.
Yeah, all the channel links are gonna be down there in the dibbly below.
And if you like the video, you can give it a like, give it a subscribe. That'll make me happy. I will hit foot. See, foot. And I will talk to you guys later. Okay? Bye.
Blah, blah,
Bye. Bye.
Little ghost won't scare no more.